Hello everyone, Sticky here and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to do something interesting. While Dispatch season finale is coming tomorrow at the time of recording this video and some other videos that I'm planning on uploading. I just hear somebody in the background. I don't know what was that. But it will be coming very soon for other videos as well. Why not just make something very quick and probably short? Not on my end, but short. Today we are me, because I'm the only one doing this, going to show you how to edit videos. Because I am a very professional editor. So yeah, that's nothing really anything special. And also while I'm here, I might as well give you the good tutorial how to do a thumbnail as well. Number one, pick a software app that you will be using to edit. It will literally go to any other editing app that you use. Me personally, I use DaVinci Resolve right over here. And it's because one is free and two, it's basically, I will say to me, much better on my personal opinion, part because I never used Premiere Pro. And if you want to use Premiere Pro, go ahead and use that as well. If you want to use any other website, go ahead and use that as well. So let's open this up. And while you're here, you go to your untitled project, you type any project that you want, or you could just leave it at untitled project 1, which is probably a little bit confusing. Me, I'm going to do, if you see for the title, my main idea, you click create. After that, before we get to the video editing, make sure if you're on DaVinci Resolve, make sure you go to edit, and that's where you actually do most of the, if not all of the videos. There's some that you will be using here and there, for example, Fusion and Color. I never use Fairlight, I never use Cut. I don't know what media even means in this thing. But most of the time, if not 90-85% of the time, you will be using the edit one. Once in a while you use this, and once in a while you use this in specific things, especially if you don't have the full version, I guess, of DaVinci Resolve. It costs money, so I don't really recommend you to get it, because this one's free, and two, it's already good enough as it is. Now you will, me personally, make sure you have, if you go over here, you go to display stack timelines, so you get to make sure you have different type of timelines, and it will be very helpful later on. You click on this, make sure you click on this thing, click on that, so you will actually see that you're dragging like your video image, let's say. After that, make sure you go to whatever videos that you have or find, go to that file and pick the videos that you would need. Click over here, it said change project frame. To me, you probably should. I would click don't change, and I will show you why. Get this, rid of this. You click on your right mouse, click on that, go to timelines, go to create new timeline, and then check off the use project settings, go to format, and you see a bunch of bullshit, but for now you will need to click on timeline frame. And if you have a very at least powerful enough computer, you go to 60 frames. Me, I'm definitely capable, but if you have a much more lower end, I recommend just leaving it at 24, or maybe if you want to push 30. Or if your computer is too shit, go to 60. Now you should be able to track your files, 2 of them right over here, and pick any clip you want. Well, that's depending on the context. You go to this, you drag it, and you play it.
What is going on, you guys? This is my first gameplay.
And here's his voice. 1, make sure you cut out anything that has silent parts. Sometimes you could at least leave the silent parts like a little bit, just to add a little bit more suspense, since he's playing Resident Evil. And then all of a sudden, the tempo of it changed. So now, make sure that it's right over here. You click on this razor, and or whatever cutting item that you use, or whatever it is. Get that out, boom boom. I recommend you click right click and get this off so that you could separate. Now he recorded this on his PS4. Oh PS4, man, he's broken. Shut up. I can't really expand the video, and what I mean is like kind of separate the gameplay audio and the voice audio because they're mashed up together, and it's a PlayStation recording system. It's not gonna do that magically. I record on the OBS since I'm on the computer now, and I'm not saying I don't record anything on the PlayStation either. I did that, and I haven't done it for a good minute, but you know, it's a different story. But make sure, if you do have separate audios, and especially if you use OBS, you make sure you click on timelines, you create new timeline, you click this out, you go to format, and no, not format, general, and you click on the audio tracks. You go just drag it, put like 2, 3, 4, however many that you have. For example, if you have like gameplay audio, then your mic audio, and then sometimes if you use like Discord or something, other people audio, you put on wherever how many that you have. Right now, if you have gameplay and that your voice audio, you just go to 2. If you have all 3 with gameplay, Discord, and gameplay audio, you go to 3. Bloop, 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 you know, so on and so forth. Right now it's 1, and I don't really need to add a new timeline just because of that. Now, I'm going to cut through this, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Oh, and I recommend you guys, if you are at least a little bit more talented editor, or you do edits for some sort of any reason like that, make sure you have a separate files for a specific thing. For example, I have YouTube audio, music, sound effects, and a bunch more sound effects here, and YouTube clips that you could use to kind of add a little bit more blah. I'm just letting you know that, and that's a thing that I suggest you to do instead of just have everything together and kind of mess everything up. While I am cutting through, I really recommend you guys, if there's nothing going on in the background, and especially audio wise, and if you're just yapping, put some music on. Make sure it's not loud enough for you to make no one could hear your voice, but it's not quite enough to the point where you just basically don't hear anything. Just make sure you put some music audio on. Right now I'm not gonna do that yet, but I'm letting you know that now. Okay, now the next part is obviously editing the video. We go to effects, and that's mostly where you're going to get some other stuff. Now if you're interested in the stuff I will be using, for now I will just show you the things that you will be using. I'll go into my favorites. Here's are the 2 things. The third one will mostly be Shadow Ibadra for these type of things that I got from him. You can check his channel out over there. 2 to 3 things. I'll say the first 2 things. First is obviously first one is obviously basic text, basic title. You could just have that, and when you go drag on it, there's a specific font that I recommend you to have. I'll just show you an example. You click on here. That's not what I want. Okay, this. There it is right here. You can type whatever you want, and it will show in the screen. After that, you go to right here, font family, go to over sans. There's a font that I recommend you to have, Kumika Axis. This is basically the Mr. Beast font, and it looks pretty nice, and you could change whatever settings you want from here. I recommend you just putting this a little bit high if the text isn't really seeable, and again, change it from there. And the other one is reverb, and I will show you how to do that, and it's important for like the 2 specific audios that is separated, not really in this terms, but I will show you how to do it anyways. You click on this, you click Alt, boom, go here, you put new compound clip. This one is specifically for like a longer extended audio clip, which means that the echo, because the reverb is basically your voice echo. Okay, so I just realized I never showed you how it actually works, so I'm gonna just do it right now for y'all. So here you go. So you click on Alt, you do this, you click on new compound clip. If I go click on it, you just leave it like this. After that, you click on the compound clip again, you open in timeline, and here it is. Make sure you go Alt, boom, mute the second track, so you could drag it all the way to whatever you want it to be. I'm just gonna drag it all the way here. Go to this timeline, you see that, you could drag it all the way now, and then you go to your effects, go to reverb, put that there, put some adjustments, put that all the way up, click on that, and then you should be able to hear the difference. The echo, because the reverb is basically your voice echoed. Basically, it's going to You hear that little echo? I'm going to mute this track. I'm gonna mute everything from here. Check it out. Your voice echoed. That's not it. The reverb is basically your voice echoed. Basically, it's going to be. The reverb is basically your voice echoed. Basically. You see how long that is? So, yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, let me out of here. Peace. Basically, it's going to be much more longer. Like that. So, but I will show you this anyways. You go there. If it's a longer, like audio shit. Right now, this is not really the setting that I would go with, but this is around that range that you should do that. If it's longer, you drag it all the way to the max. If it's is it what I'm currently in right now? Go like right in the middle or a little bit higher than that. You do that, and here what it'll sound like.
Easy's not really with me on the game because I don't even think you can do co-op.
Just like that. Make sure it's not too loud, because if it is too loud, then it will hurt this sound. Now that you've done the editing, oh god, I realized my camera's about to die. Now that you've done the editing, all you had to do is simply export the video. So what I recommend you to do is go to delivery, title any video, I would just call it. You do that, go to browse. I recommend you going to the one that you really wanted to save. Go here, click on the MP4 file, make sure the encoder is H.264, H.265. Encoder, just keep it auto. I click this just because, make sure it's 60 frames, everything else looks fine. Add your record queue, and just render the video. And that's pretty much it for like making YouTube videos for yourself or if you're editing for somebody else. Now that your video is finished, all you have to do is just exit out. You don't need to worry about anything else. Get that out. Go to whatever website that you use, and what I recommend you to use, me personally, is Photopedia. So you go to new, you go to YouTube thumbnail. Really, normally just leave it like this, but if you do want to change it, then go 1920 by 1080. That's a little bit more higher quality. Click on that. There's your square. Now for the thumbnail, it's obviously Resident Evil 2 related. Don't do any clickbait and things like that unless you're really one of those type of channels. Now you either have it screenshotted on the gameplay, or you could just search up Resident Evil 2. Go here, go there, go to Photopedia. You go to the screenshots that you have, drag this here, there's your zombie image. Drag it a little bit, make it maybe a little bit tilted. Boom. Boom. Here it is. Zombie. Go to there's multiple ways you could definitely do this. One, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Title PNG. I do recommend you doing that so that you have some sort of something like this one right here. Thank god this looks a lot more cleaner. Put that right here, right on top there. You got this one right now. Make sure he is like the main objective, the main thing for you to look at. Like the background don't really matter, just go to filter, go to camera raw, and that's how you're going to have a high quality. Make sure he's the most brightest, contrast a little bit lower, highlight a little more hider, shadow a little bit higher. You don't need to adjust these two, but if you do, make sure it's a little high for both sides. Vibrant, you could definitely adjust these if you want, out of preference. Texture way up, make sure all the detail you could get. Clarity there, I kind of put it up on my own preference, but if you want to, you could definitely change some settings there. Put a little higher on this. You don't really need to do this one at all. And boom, there you go. You could definitely convert it, and I do recommend you to do this. Select subject, boom. Oh, and make sure you alt it. And you do this. and then you convert this. So now that he's a lot more, and you go make more adjustments towards him. We'll make him a little more brighter, have a little more detail toward him, and a bit less noise. And after that, I think you should be able to do this. You go to select, no, image. No, my brain too small, I forgot. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, boom. And then I think you should make them a little more bigger since the background is now changed. And make sure this one kind of matches up, or at least hide the zombie. Just like that. Blur the background. Boom. And here is your very simplistic thumbnail. You could definitely make it much more advanced. In that case, you watch others because I'm not really like that. But that is a more simple way, easy, quick way to do a thumbnail and make sure that is in the subject for that episode. You could definitely add more with Leon. You could add more with others. You could do boo. Unfortunately, I can't add my face cam that you could do it. In that case, if you don't want to know how to do it, all you have to do is kind of take a screenshot from one of the video camera that you do that, and then yabba-dabba-do, simple as that. So after this, boom, export JPEG. Make sure it's below 1 megabyte because that is the maximum of that file. Never do YouTube before. You go to YouTube Studio to upload a video. I guess I will show you an example on that as well. Go to the upload, select, show all files because you have to. I'm just going to do this as an example, and you don't really need to copy this. Here's all this. You go to upload thumbnail, you click this for your thumbnail, you go here, well, do some adjustment from here. You click public because YouTube normally private it. Don't really need to do any of this, so exit. Anyways, that's a little bit more personal. Don't really need to explain anymore. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in Dispatch, the final season episode. Bye for now.